This is iFIBER 1 News. Here are today's top stories.
Chelan County voter participation was strong in Tuesday's elections, but elsewhere the numbers were different.
Colder temperatures are on the way, and the Rotary Club of Moses Lake is offering free winter coats to families in need.
Royal City held assemblies today for all of its schools for a special guest speaker. Warren Girls Soccer had the luxury of hosting the first game of the state playoffs.
From the iFIBER 1 newsroom, this is iFIBER 1 News, and it starts now.
70% right now. We're going to probably be through 75 by the time it's all over, if not higher. It's amazing. The turnout has just been amazing. It's really cool. I hope it stays that way.
Chelan County voter participation was strong in Tuesday's elections, but elsewhere the numbers were different. Douglas County is estimating just 37% of eligible voters turned in a ballot in this midterm, and just 39% in Okanagan County. The strong returns in Chelan County may have helped County Commissioner Keith Gaynor over the top in the race for an empty 12th District State House seat. His opponent, Dr. Ann Diamond, got 53% in her home county of Okanagan, but that only amounted to 2,300 votes. Gaynor won Chelan and Douglas counties for a 58% first-round total throughout the district. The heavy turnout led to a stalemate in the race to succeed Gaynor. Restaurant owner Sean Smith and former Chelan Douglas Land Trust Director Bob Boogert are in a dead heat for the Chelan County Commissioner post, 50.8 to 49.2%, with ballots still to be counted.
It's a waiting game right now. I'm excited to see the numbers tonight and excited to see that it's finally come to a close.
Sheriff's Deputy Jennifer Tyler came to the Chelan County Courthouse energized Tuesday night with hopes that her last-minute write-in campaign would make her the county's new sheriff.
I'm just grateful. I'm so very grateful to be here. The opportunity, the whole experience has been phenomenal. So humbling, very humbling.
But it wasn't to be, with incumbent Sheriff Brian Burnett winning a third term at 65%. Douglas County Sheriff Kevin Morris won his first elected term after being appointed early this year, and Mark Straub will be Douglas County's newest commissioner. There was a lot of movement in judicial races. In Chelan County District Court, defense attorney Kyle Mott becomes the newest member of the bench, winning 55% to take an open seat. Appointed Superior Court Judge Kristen Ferreira retains her seat with 68%, and Wenatchee lawyer Travis Brandt will join her on the bench, in an unusual race where his opponent, sitting Judge Robert McSeveny, resigned to take a job in federal immigration court.
I think it probably would have been tougher, obviously, if he would have stayed in, but I felt good about my campaign before he left, and who knows what would have happened, but the fact that he left the race probably only helped me, for sure.
Hopefully we're starting a new norm here, and 70 to 75% is the turnout for this shit.
Jefferson Robbins, iFIBER 1 News.
This segment is brought to you by...
Change doesn't have to be complicated. With a low-profile microwave hood combination that's ready to install right out of the box. It fits in the same space as your under-cabinet hood, so you can get your microwave off the countertop and make space for the routines worth keeping. The low-profile microwave hood combination, from the #1 selling appliance brand in the USA.
Whirlpool Appliances, now available at More Furniture in Ephrata.
Colder temperatures are on the way, and the Rotary Club of Moses Lake is offering free winter coats to families in need. The Rotary Club is holding their annual Coats for Kids distribution on Saturday from 8:30 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. at the Chief Moses Middle School cafeteria. Children and adult sizes are available, and there is a limit of 4 coats per family. Families can also stock up on other clothing items, including sweaters, winter hats, and gloves. The Rotary Club normally distributes between 600 and 700 coats each year thanks to community donations. Each donated coat is also dry cleaned prior to Saturday's event. The Coats for Kids program has been held in Moses Lake since 1997 and has provided thousands of winter coats to area families. This is Joe Utter for iFIBER 1 News.
This segment is brought to you by...
Your taste buds bored? Well, then bring them to Jay's Teriyaki. Not only does Jay's have a variety of teriyaki dishes, they also offer mouth-watering salads and sides. Call Jay's 509-764-5155. Jay's Teriyaki, located at 123 East Broadway in Moses Lake, because it's all in the sauce.
Royal City held assemblies today for all of its schools for a special guest speaker. Corey Basketball Jones is the nephew of Jim Basketball Jones, a motivational speaker for the Ohio-Michigan area. Jones talked about how his uncle helped push him down the path to become a motivational speaker himself.
And when I was graduated from college, I had a job, and one day he saw me do improv comedy at a comedy club in Columbus, and he booked me a show about a week or two later without my knowledge and says, "You're going to go do this." And I did it, and it was fun, and that led to this.
Jones was an engaging speaker who got the students involved in several different ways. He had several volunteers come down to perform different activities, which he related to his message. Jones even shared a story from his high school days when he played high school basketball with NBA legend LeBron James, where James won an MVP trophy but publicly gave it to Jones after the game. His message centered around positivities with do's instead of don'ts. He wanted his message to be, do lift each other up, and not don't bully. After the presentation, several students expressed how much they enjoyed the presentation.
I liked how he connected basketball stories to real life experiences. He made it more of an activity than a speech, and I think people were more involved in that. And they had to just listen.
It's very important because it shows you that you need support from people other than just the circle that you're in. So that was pretty good. It brought a positive message.
Sandy Jones spearheaded the assembly with the assistance of Red Rock Elementary Principal David Andra.
I went on the internet, and there's a lot out there, and I just found him and did some research on him, and just thought that he would be fun to come to our school.
You know, we like sports in Royal, like our football and our basketball, and so that engages kids, and he seemed to have just a really good message while engaging kids through the sports.
To learn more about Jones and his message, you can visit his website, iamcorey.com. I'm Adam Chikoski for iFIBER 1 News. Warden Girls Soccer had the luxury of hosting the first game of the state playoffs. Unfortunately, the team that came to town was the perennial state contender Lakeside 9 Mile. With halftime on the horizon, the game was fairly even keel. Lakeside led only 1-0, and the Warden Cougars had a couple of nice shots on goal that missed. But disaster struck right before the half. Lakeside scored another goal, and Warden suffered an injury to a key player. Lakeside fired out the gate in the second half, piling on 4 goals in quick succession to take a 6-0 lead over the Cougars. Warden came together and outplayed Lakeside in the final 15 minutes of the game, which included a goal from Aaliyah Escamilla. It wasn't enough to overcome Lakeside, which won the match 6-1. Warden finished the season with a 15-2 record, including an undefeated regular season. Lakeside will advance to take on the number 2 team in the 1A class, Deer Park. I'm Adam Chikoski for iFIBER 1 Sports.
This is iFIBER 1 News. For more information on these stories and other news, visit us online at ifiber1.com or check us out on Facebook.